Hey, what's happening, everybody? We are going to be taking care of 3 things in this video. As I mentioned before in my last update video, we're going to be doing a weekly giveaway, so I will be giving you guys some free stuff. All you have to do is be a subscriber and send me a picture of your tank, which a few of you did. I did get a few ads on Instagram, Snapchat. Still working on that whole Facebook thing. I will get it out by either later today or sometime this week. With that said, I also got some emails, surprisingly. So I went with one of those. I went with one of the emails and one of the Snapchats that I got. The first one is going to be eSwagger. I just say Swagger. He's actually a pretty cool dude and sends me a lot of Snapchats. He's setting up an epic tank, and I did want to send him some stuff. Again, I didn't choose him like specifically, just randomly chose from the pictures that I like. So thanks for sharing your aquarium pictures. They're really cool. I'm glad to be able to do this, and I want to be able to do this more periodically. Like I said, hopefully once a week. So Swagger, I'll go ahead and message you. You can give me your info so I can mail you some stuff. Again, guys, I'm either going to use 2 things. I'm either going to use Amazon or I'm going to use the Wish app. If you don't know what the Wish app is, it's basically Amazon cutting out Amazon. You're basically buying things straight from the factories, so it's dead cheap. The only thing is that it ships from China. So I bought some glass diffusers for $3 shipped. I didn't get them for like a month, but it's so worth it because everything is so cheap. So excuse the lag in shipping. Sometimes it will take up to a month, but it's so cheap that I can get like different things for a lot of you guys instead of just one really cool thing for one person. All right, and it's gonna be for Dimitri Nivolianitis. Dimitri N. And he sent me an email. My 2.5 dwarf puffer tank, an iconic picture of my crayfish and shrimp, and my 10-gallon Tetra tank. So it was pretty cool. He sent me 3 different photos, 2 more than I had asked. So Dimitri, I will be emailing you right after this video. Swagger on Snapchat, I will email you or snap you as well. In fact, I'll snap you right now while I'm making this video. Oh shoot, I'm looking for him in my Snapchat, not in my Myaquariuminfo Snapchat. What an idiot. Hey, what's up, dude? Do you want some free stuff? I'm making a video, so yeah, I chose you. So alright, so I sent him that Snapchat. Again, if you guys want to add me, just go ahead. You don't have to like send me your personal Snapchats, but anything with the aquarium, or if you want to send me anything, I don't care. As long as it's a picture of your aquarium or fish, whatever it may be, I can input you into this raffle. And again, I don't choose anybody specifically, it's just randomly. So now that we got that taken care of, I'll be doing 2 a week. How about that? And it's either going to be extremely fast shipping because I'm either going to do Amazon, or it's going to be extremely slow shipping because I'll go with Wish. It depends on what I'm giving away this week or that week. This week I'm going to be giving away, it's a multi-tool kind of thingy. It's basically a long handlebar, and at the end it has different attachments. You can have a net, you can have a substrate sort of organizer, you can have a fork to move things around, you can have just an algae scraper. It's just a really cool, useful thing. You don't have to be getting your hands wet. Came in really handy for me, and I thought you guys would like it. So that's what I will be giving away. And now that we have that out of the way, we are going to be doing a few questions. Like I said, I did want to follow up with you guys, let you guys know that I'm not reading your questions. I try to answer them immediately, but sometimes it might take a day or 2. So I apologize for that. But let's go ahead and I'll choose 3 questions. Hopefully you can take them. They may not apply exactly to you, but they might be helpful. They might add to your knowledge of the aquarium hobby. So I'm going to go back. The furthest I'll go back is 6 days. Again, I'm going to do this again next week. So I'll go through the next 6 days, which will be the past 6 days. Okay, this was a really good one. This was from Antonio D. He asked, and I think this was in the flower horn video. So when it comes to fish that require live foods, do you ever pause and reflect when you're feeding them live mice, fish, shrimp, or even worms? Like thinking that you're playing God, or geez, is this right? And I'm not saying not to do it, just wondering how you process the situation. To answer your question, yes. In fact, when I first started out, I didn't believe in live feedings. I thought it was cruel. I thought it was just evil, kind of, I guess. But the more I learned, the more I read, the more I was exposed to the aquatic world and its culture, the more I began to understand that it's a part of the hobby, part of life. These fish are developed, have evolved to not just want, but to need these types of foods, these live foods. So while I may not feel comfortable, while you may not feel comfortable, it's natural. So I don't think about it as I'm choosing to end this fish's life. I don't wake up and say, oh, I can't wait to feed my flower horn. I can't wait to end this fish's life. No, I don't think of it like that. I think of it as, this is my pet. Right here. This is Freddy. It's my pet. Taking care of him. And part of his natural, even though they're not found in the wild, part of his natural diet and what was all of the fish that made the flower horn is live fish. It's a staple of its diet. I'm keeping this fish, and I'm going to give it what it needs, which unfortunately would have to be other fish. So it's not anything that I like. It's just natural. So no, I don't think I'm playing God by going and choosing fish. That's one way to think of it. The other way to think of it, I suppose I can breed my own fish, but that's kind of I'm just saving the steps. I'm just saving one step, so it doesn't really make sense to me. But I really like the way that he asked it. He wasn't confrontational. A lot of people that sort of, I wouldn't say complain, but that comment about these kinds of things, oftentimes they right off the bat they come off saying, you know, what the fuck's wrong with you? I hope somebody feeds you to something. And they're really rude. We see it all. I see it all the time. So he was actually really mature about this, and he generally wanted to know what I was thinking, what my thought process was. So I thought this was a really good question. I'm not saying not to do it, just wondering how you process the situation. That's how I process it. This is an animal that I'm taking care of, and I'm giving it what it naturally needs. That's our culture. That's how we're brought up. We eat cows here in America like it's nobody's business. In other parts of the world, that's morally unthinkable. So again, that's the way I think of it. It's just all, it's all up for debate. I don't think there's any real right or wrong in the world. It's just whether it's right to you, whether it's wrong to you, it may not be the same worldwide. I think it's really good to approach the things that you don't disagree with this kind of open-mindedness, and let me hear your side, because that way a lot of people that have prejudices and they don't like certain things, or they don't like people that like certain things, you know, when you ask them why, they say, well, I just don't like it. This way, at least he knows what I'm thinking. At least he's opened himself to that. So really cool dude. Really good question. And we're gonna go with the Zoo Tycooner 14. Hi there. Hi. I have a question. I'm considering building a 150-gallon aquarium to put in the basement. Why the basement, dude? My room, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks. Put it in the basement. I don't sleep. Like, I can't sleep. There's too much noise, but it's awesome. Anyways. And the red dragon flowerhorn species has piqued my interest. My mom also has a 55-gallon aquarium housing what I believe to be a normal plego. He measures approximately 10 inches right now. Do you think it would be safe to put him and a flower horn together in my potential 150-gallon aquarium? I know that plecos are compatible with many fish, mainly, I'm guessing, because they mind their own business and stick to the bottom of the tank for the most part. Damn, this is a long question. Hiding during the day if they are equipped with a shelter. Too many commas there, buddy. What do you think? Also, I know that flower horns generally should be kept alone, but what about being kept with other flower horns? I don't know anything about their social behavior with others of the same species. Thanks. Thank you for the question, for the long question, for the commas. Okay, so check this out. The flower horn is one of the most aggressive fish. It all comes down to how they're brought up. When they were juveniles, if they were kept with other fish that they were allowed to bite and were bitten back, they kind of learn to get along with fish that, I can't really be bullying other fish, I'm going to get bullied back. They kind of grow up and they learn to coexist with these fish. If you have a flower horn that you bring up by itself and is never exposed to any fish, and then all of a sudden you introduce it to a pleco, you're going to have a lot of problems. That's exactly what happened with... Where'd he go? Oh, there he is, with Freddy. The reason I got Freddy, which is, by the way, a red dragon flower horn. Maybe not the prettiest, but he's a red dragon flower horn. The reason I got Freddy was because the previous owner kept him in a cichlid tank, thinking he was going to be a fine addition to his Mbunas or whatever he had. And if I'm not mistaken, he killed every single one of them, and he was given to my buddy's shop where I picked him up for $10. This guy had never been kept with any fish and was put in a cichlid tank and killed all the fish. That's what you can expect to get, or that's what you can expect from a flower horn that's never been raised with any other fish. Had he been kept with some plecos or some parrotfish or whatever it may be, he might have had a little bit of a better chance of coexisting with those fish. It all depends how you bring them up. With Fred, I put a pleco in there that was bigger than him, and he completely tore his fins. I thought, okay, this pleco's way bigger, he'll learn to, kind of defend himself. Not at all. He just ripped the fins. But I do understand how you might have looked up flower horn videos and you saw these flower horns with other cichlids and how is it happening. Again, to put it simple, it's all how they're brought up. If they're brought up with other fish, good job. You can keep them with fish. If they're brought up by themselves, keep them by themselves. You're going to have a lot of problems. You might even lose some fish, like this guy's old owner. Oh, and the flower horn cannot be kept together. They're really aggressive and they will fight. Do not put them in together, even if they've been kept with other fish. The flower horn and another flower horn, not a good mix. Again, when they're babies and juveniles, they can be housed together. But once they're full adults, once they're about 3 inches or bigger, don't put them in together. You can expect a lot of problems. These guys have teeth and they use them. So let's do one more question. And next week I may or may not do this live. I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys want that. I only have like 2,000 subscribers, and that's rounding up. So I don't quite feel like I have the number of subscribers to do something live. That way I can kind of, answer your questions, not just go through them myself. Anyways, let me know. Okay, I get this question a lot, or something along these lines, and in reference to my video that I posted, can you keep crayfish with other fish? Dudson Feed says, can I just cage them in their hiding spot at night, or will it stress them, assuming they're aggressive at night? I get a lot of comments and questions about whether or not you can keep crayfish with this fish, whether you can keep crayfish with that fish, whether you can do this and that. What it comes down to is crayfish are predators. They eat fish. They don't choose between cichlids, catfish, They don't care. If it moves, they're gonna eat it. If they can catch it, they're gonna eat it. Anytime that you put a crayfish in with a regular fish, there's a chance that it's gonna eat it. So no matter what you do, doesn't matter if you put a divider they can crawl over, doesn't matter what you do. If you put a crayfish with a fish, there's a chance that it might eat it. That's it. Caging them in their hiding spot at night when they're aggressive, I don't, how would you cage it? I think it would stress it. Crayfish actually do like to come up above the water, so you should actually have like maybe some rocks stacked up so it can kind of climb out of the water and just kind of chill for a little bit. But no, I wouldn't cage it. I would just keep super fast fish in there if you have to have fish in there. If you have hatchet fish which swim only at the top of the aquarium, like they literally will just swim right here. That's all they do. They just swim at the top. The crayfish will never catch a hatchet fish. That's something that you can do if you have to have fish. So with that said, that is it for this video. I will leave my info right here so that you guys can send me some pictures, some videos of your aquariums, and get some free stuff like these guys. I did want to give a few shout outs to some really cool people from my last video. Again, I apologize for that April Fool's joke. That's just the kind of guy I am. I'm always messing around. Cindy, Cooper's Cichlid. Oh, Cindy C. Let me know how your tank is doing. I'm really curious. Deb Tim, a Canadian girl. Go check out her channel. She's really cool. She's really informative. Sean Ford. Swagger Gaming, of course. Atkins, Korea. Kevin, what's up, man? I have you on Instagram. Dylan, Tiger Boss, George Calderon, JR Galore. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me in this, what appears to be a very long video. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, you can leave them on this video so that I can answer them for next week, or just leave them on the video themselves. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found this somewhat useful. I enjoyed it. With that said, my name is Gus. This is Myaquariuminfo, and thank you very much for joining me in this video. Look forward to doing the same thing next week, and I will catch you guys then.